Greetings, card fighters, and welcome to Premium 101, an introduction to Cardfight Vanguard's premium format. I'm Devlin Cassidy, aka The Scholar, and I'm here to help you start your premium format journey in the game of Cardfight Vanguard. I hope that this starter's guide for today's clan is very beneficial in having you figure out what deck you want to pick up when you decide to play premium. I hope that you find this video very informational and helpful, and hopefully have you start on your premium journey. So starting now with Gold Paladin, we're going to be talking about Ezel, this deck build. So Ezel does the mechanic of superior riding, which you guys should be introduced to if you are primarily standard players, because it just got introduced out of set 11. But in premium, you're actually able to stride if you've been on grade 3 for an entire turn, which you get access through superior riding. Not only that though, Ezel's able to abuse a stride that they got back in 2019. Using Spear X Dragon. So how you set up the superior ride in Ezel is you either use Knight of Bowmains to discard a card to get a Knight of Elegant Skills Gareth from your deck, and then you're able to activate the top skill of Blonde Ezel here. Let me get one that's a little more readable. If you have a Knight of Superior Skills Bowmain and a Knight of Elegant Skills Gareth on your Vanguard or Rearguard, you can Soul Blast one of this Criff starter, which is this card right here, and you ride Ezel as stand. Additionally, you have another superior ride engine in terms of Flame, Wonder, Wind, Lion, Wonder Ezel, and you can retire a Howl off your Rearguard circle, and then you get to ride a Ezel from your deck. The another strength of Gold Paladin 2 is that they have a card called Percival. This card is actually fantastic. When it's placed on your if your Vanguard is grade 3 or greater, you can counterblast one, discard a card from your hand, you get an imaginary gift, Excel, and you search your deck or drop zones up to 1 Oath, Liberator, Aglavale, and you get to call it to a Rearguard circle, so you can really just call it to the Excel circle you just made. And this is a hard once per turn. But this card is very powerful because, like, if you superior ride, you get an Excel. If you go into Raven-haired Ezel, you can get an Excel. If you go into Percival, then you get another Excel. You made like 3 Excel markers on your first turn, and you get to go do all that with like Spear X Dragon. But the power with Spear X Dragon is that if you have 2 damage when you go into the superior ride for Ezel, more than likely not, you've called like 2 cards like to Rearguard circle during that turn. You can counterblast 2, discard a card, and then stride this from your Vanguard circle from face down in the G zone. And then you can Soul Blast 1, flip a card, and then you look at the top 5 cards of your deck, you can call 2 from among them to Rearguard circle. So you can really just stride on your opponent when your opponent's on a grade 1, which that advantage is huge. And then you can call like these triggers that go to Soul and draw cards. Just overall very powerful. And we play the Ultima in this list because Gold's kind of lacks a strong finisher. And by teching in a stand, you're able to just essentially have your board restand with the Ultima ability, giving trigger effects everywhere. So you're actually able to restand your entire board because you're going to apply that stand trigger to every unit on your board, which is absolutely crazy. And of course, you're just going to give them a crit. So, like, why not? But overall, like, this deck's pretty solid. Doesn't see as much play because, like, I think Gurgit history is a little better, which we're about to cover. But definitely, like, has its merits. Like, it has a good matchup against like Link Joker because you can do the Mithril Ezel and unlock cards. Just has like so much like different utility options. Is able to use Sleamy Flare because it doesn't have access to the Gurgit defensive skill, so it's able to call cards from decks. So you're able to like grab PGs, guard with the PG, all that good stuff. So just really free. Moving on into Gurgit. Gurgit here is like a very defensive deck. His whole skills are about you being attacked. So we're going to go to his G-era version. His G-era version is at the beginning of the guard step, he has been attacked. You can counterblast 1, Soul Blast 1, look at the top 4 cards of your deck, and then you get to call one of those cards to the Guardian circle. So it's really strong actually because you're able to just like find a PG off the top of the deck, call it, activate the PG effect, discard, the attack doesn't hit. Like, it's very strong, and you automatically get the GB2 again from the history collection. That's one of the powers of these things as we continue on into the video, is that some cards just have really good during your opponent's turn GB2s, and that's what makes these history strides actually very impactful. And the history stride gives you 2 Excel markers. So if you find a Percival during also that high-end turn, you're actually able to make 3 Excel markers going first, which is crazy because your opponent's on a grade 2. So then you're just able to punish them more. And like overall, it's very strong. because then you also gain access to the Scarface Lion, so then like you get the access to the defensive draw when those are checked. It's just so good. It's a lot of free value. You also have access to this promo, which is Canaris. If you call 2 or more units this turn, you can get plus 5k power, plus 5k shield, which can matter defensively. You need that 10k shield. But if it's put to rear guard or on Guardian Circle, you can discard a card from your hand. You look at the top 3, you call 1 grade 2 from rear guard. But if it was put on the Guardian, you can put it to the Guardian Circle instead. So it just keeps getting bigger. It's really good defensively. And again, it takes a stand trigger, so that way you are able to go for your Ultima finisher. Just again, there's just a lot of good free value cards inside this deck. So just Gurga has a lot to offer defensively. Ezel's more for your offensive high roll. So if either of these decks interest you, if you like playing cards from deck, Gold Paladin is the way for you to go. And there you have it. Hopefully some of the deck ideas found here in this clan were very, very beneficial for you all, and so that way you guys can start your premium journey. If not, feel free to check out the other starters guides on this channel if you kind of have a rough idea of what clans you're looking into, or there's the entire video of where all this was broken up from that you guys can feel free to put on the background and listen to as you guys can watch me ramble about decks. But I hope that this was very beneficial and that you guys continue along with me. Hopefully see you in the next lesson, and until next time, like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you all later.